Hello, my friends out there in YouTube land. Hey, it's number 5 installment of the Walking Horse and Eastern Railroad. All right, we're going to start out still again with this most beautiful L&N caboose. I'm still really glad I got a hold of it. My wife found it on eBay. And let's step back. Look at the benchwork that I finished out, glued and got down and fastened, as y'all can see. So let's go on and get a tour of the new track that is laid for Wartrace. Here we go. We're gonna go airplane mode here just a little bit. As you can see, be a reminder that is the CSX main going south, and Nashville Murfreesboro is going north. Here is the passing siding where trains pass each other on CSX. And of course, here is the stock pen that is where maintenance way equipment by CSX is kept sometimes. Here is the switch headed off to the Walking Horse and Eastern main, going toward Shelbyville. So let's go up and let's take a better look. This is going to be a representation of interchange only. I will have a CSX locomotive sitting back here and some cars to represent interchange or seaboard actually. And as this right here will all disappear behind some trees, because I don't have the room to model all of it, and you just can get into that so deep, and I just don't want to. So we're gonna move on forward. As you can see, push pins and Elmer's white glue and paintbrush and 100% alcohol is just your best friend when it comes to laying track, in my own personal opinion. Everybody has their own. So I want to give y'all just a little tour. As you can see, this is where the TVA spur is going to run back off right here and off this way. I got to get my panel back on, so just ignore the electric box, and everything. But I want to give you kind of a tour. So what I want to do is I want to show you something that came in the mail. Let me give you the story first. My friend Neville Rossatter, I think that's how you say his last name, lives in Australia, and he saw on the 2-rail O-scale group that I was trying to figure out about screws, sizes and what you need to put trucks and kit trucks on train cars. And he sent me a few boxes of little screws. And this I wasn't expecting, but he sent me this Swift box car. Yes, this beautiful car. I want to thank you very much, Neville, if you do get to see this video or anything. Shout out to you. Thank you. Was not expecting that. It is out of my error, but I'm going to find a place for it somewhere on the layout, just because it's very special to me. And Swift was back then big into railroading produce and code stuff. But anyway, so I want to give you also, let's go back down the yard here a little bit. I don't know if I have showed this very much. I'm still working on it. It's my pride and joy. As y'all can see, it is the NW2 1585 Walking Horse and Eastern's locomotive that pretty much, operated the line by itself. And, so I've been working hard on it. I've got a lot of more work to do. I will tell you, there's a shout out to Archer Products. They make, y'all see those treads right there? They make rosin raised decals, 3D printed somehow or another, or before that technology or something. But you can look, that is a decal. You can see some of it ain't correct, ain't perfect, but golly, it is. It's on there. So for surfaces, and they do other scales too, but for surfaces, it was just a matter of doing it like a wet decal, and I was real impressed. It is a little finicky, but man, that talking about cool. And I'm going to show you something else. You see those louvers right there? Those louvers aren't perfect, but they are from them. They are raised rosin decals, wet decals, and you just cut them out and you do them just like you do a wet decal, like I did those letters up there. But yeah, that's like really cool technology. But anyway, I want to give y'all another view of something else, so just stand by. I found out years ago that Walters had made O scale stuff. I'm used to them being HO and N and all these other manufacturers, but I had no clue. So I managed to get these passenger cars. I'm going to show you their kits. And as you can see one right here. They are kits that need a lot of TLC. But Walking Horse and Eastern had purchased two ex-Milwaukee Road passenger cars just like this, painted in blue, and just like the NC, SAL, L&M passenger cars with gold letters and a gray top. This will be the same thing. I am so sorry for any of you out there that are Milwaukee Road fans, but that was the uniqueness, and this is what worked for me. Also, that's a later project, of course. And also from my friend Craig Smith, who helped get me into 2-rail O scale. I got my hands on an F unit that they pulled the excursion train with, and X Atlas or P&D Hobby or something. And I've got plans to get the Walking Horse and Eastern excursion train at some point. Well, let's walk back down here one more time. Just kind of give you a real quick glance, and it's not been a whole lot except for what I've worked on when I can and have time. But anyway, I will tell you right here will be where Blackman Street comes out, and then of course right back down here across here where Blackman will come back across again. Because that's just where it is, kind of in the interchange between Walking Horse and CSX. So, compress areas, that's just what us modelers have to deal with. But anyway, there's that L&N caboose again. And I hope y'all have a really great day. And if y'all can, please click and subscribe and like and comment. It's more support doing this than it is doing a whole bunch of just typing and pictures on the post. It means a lot to me if I can, get a little bit more, support on my YouTube channel. It's not the most professional thing. It's pretty crude, I'm sure, but I like the interaction more than I do just the code, typing and just a post and getting likes. Come on, so just, again, subscribe, hit the little bell, click like, comment, and I sure will get back with you when I can. Let me know what y'all think about these videos. I plan to eventually have an intro made, but I haven't figured out exactly how to do that yet. So y'all have a really great weekend when it comes. All right, talk to you later. Bye.